and don't have YT going. What is going on, you dope? We are just getting started. We got the TikTok live here answering questions about Amazon. Do you suggest data dive over helium? I mean, I think that it's better, Chandi. Is this the Chandi in the live? Chandi, I'm about to update some of the curriculum in the AMZ Masterclass, and I'm going to start teaching data dive. I already had a lesson planned for our group coaching calls for tomorrow, but next week, God willing, I'm going to dive into data dive, and so that'll be like an introduction to the students for it and stuff like that. But I do like it a lot better personally. I actually was going through one of my Amazon accounts, one that does about 3 M's, not this one, but it does about 3 M's yearly on Amazon. And I was just going through using Data Dive today and finding a bunch of gaps in the marketplace that we weren't filling. And I probably added just today like 20 new PPC campaigns. If highly relevant keyword in exact match campaigns isn't profitable, should I lower my bids and budget, or is there something I'm doing wrong? Your conversion isn't good enough. That's really what it boils down to. You got to get your conversion up. Do you have a brand? Yeah, I have multiple. What about PPC management for branding? What about it? Evening, brother. Do you like Amazon brand registry tools for giving better keywords? Yeah, Search Query Performance Report is a really good tool to use. If you have multiple payment processors, what is the standard baseline fee so I'm not undercharging? I don't really have to deal with all of that stuff for my Amazon business. I think your standard fee is like 3% though. How many Amazon accounts do you have? 5. My Vine reviews have stayed the same. You got to find ways to push for reviews outside of that because reviews are going to be big, bro. I mean, how many reviews do you have? And then your listing may not be optimized. 60 plus units ordered this month. I use Helium 10s as follow-up. Nice. That's a solid start. Yet nobody wants to review my product. I mean, let's put it this way. I know, and I probably maybe shame on me for doing or having this mindset, but just in the last month, I've probably bought 50 to 100 things on Amazon. I've left 0 reviews. So the review conversion rate, people aren't going on Amazon thinking I can't wait to review this product. They're just trying to buy their product and move on with get along with their day. So review conversion rate is anywhere from 1 to 3%. If you're talking 1%, analytically, it would take 100 orders to get a review. Now, some people have a higher review conversion rate than that. And as you start to get more sales and get more credibility, it starts to come in a little bit more. But don't expect 60 reviews and 20 of those people, or 60 orders and then 20 of those people go to leave you a review. So keep that in mind. Remember, y'all, 3K likes, we have to get it in the next 15 minutes, 4K likes in the next 15 minutes. I'll show y'all how to do live product research today. How do you find out about Data Dive? There is no other FBA seller that talks about it on TikTok. Well, here's the thing, you guys. Do you want to know why Helium 10 and Jungle Scout are the 2 most popular? Because number 1, they were 2 of the first ones. And why does an affiliate talk about a program? Or why does a creator talk about a program? Because they make money when you sign up using their code. So I never showed my Helium 10 code. I think the 400 plus lives that I've done in the past year plus, I've maybe talked about the code twice, and we've done live product research all the time. So I don't really care about that. I give the code to my students if they wanted to get access to it. But yeah, as an affiliate, you make money when somebody signs up. So of course, people are going to go and they're going to push these other softwares, right? You either own the software or you're an affiliate of the software. So you're going to make money regardless. Data Dive, I do think, is a superior tool. I mean, I've used almost not, maybe that's an exaggeration. I've used a lot of tools. I've used Smart Scout. I've seen Keepa, Helium 10, Jungle Scout. There was one back in the day, Unicorn Smasher. I've used quite a lot of tools. Helium 10, in my opinion, was the best. Hence why I talked about it. Like, I was on the call with the owner of Data Dive, and him and I were talking about it, and I was like, yeah, bro, I just want you to know, like, I'm glad to show the software, but that's because I show it because it's going to be implemented in the strategies I use. Like, I'm not the creator who will like shove it down people's throat, like, get Data Dive, here's my code. Like, that's not what I'm about. He's like, honestly, bro, I respect it. He's like, you're the type of creator who's a seller at heart. Like, seller is here, creator is here. And so he's like, you're showing people how to actually use it in real time. I was using Data Dive today on a 7-figure Amazon account. I don't know if some of y'all, maybe most of y'all heard it, or if we have some new people, but I was using Data Dive today to create like 20 new campaigns for my PPC ads. And we were going over it a little bit yesterday. But yeah, you don't necessarily hear about it because people, what I will say is, in the next 5 years, you won't hear as much about Helium 10 because of some things that they did on their back end. And that's going to be on Helium 10. Like, give it 5 years, Helium 10 won't be the number one Amazon software out there, because I believe they're either number one or number two. It's between them and Jungle Scout. But I think that number one or number two spot is going to be up for the taking for somebody. If I had to guess, it's most likely going to be Smart Scout or Data Dive who takes that next position. But we'll see. What's your code? Let me support it. Honestly, bro, like, I don't want to. If you want to go get Helium 10, that's awesome. I don't want to really support Helium 10 anymore, if I'm being quite honest. So you don't need to use my code. If you really wanted it, send me a DM. I got you. But how much is Data Dive? They have 2 packages, 40 or 150 a month. Really just depends on what you're trying to do with it. But I'm also not here, y'all, to keep shilling and talking about softwares. Like, we'll just leave it at that. I use Data Dive now. What did Helium 10 do on the back end? I'll probably make a video about it because I do kind of want to call them out. I don't really, I'm a man of principle. Is better branding differentiating? To an extent, but not really. You still need to add value outside of that. Like, if I take the same exact water bottle that somebody else sells and then just make better packaging, like, I didn't really differentiate. I should have done that to begin with. I should have had better branding, and I should have had a better packaging than my competitors. But does that add any extra value to the competitor? In my opinion, no, it does not. Is 2 to 3K all in enough for first batch of inventory and PPC? Yes, I think so. I'd say 3K. How much investment do I need to start FBA? Between 3 and 6K USD. It really just depends on the product that you launch. If you launch a super high ticket product, like one that retails for like 150, 100 plus, like, it's going to be harder to start with that 300 or 3K range. But if you're launching like a $30 to $50 product, you can definitely make it happen within that 3 to 4K range. And when I say 3 to 4K, I'm usually including everything. How often do your items not sell? I mean, I have about like a 70% success rate of like not losing money on products over the years, and that includes a lot of my early. That stat includes a lot of the early products that I did fail selling. I think that the last time I launched a failed product was in 2023. So almost nearly 2 years ago, actually about 2 years ago from now. And that was, 100% Yoxic. And that was kind of like, it was more of like a fun project. It wasn't on any of our big accounts. I had another business partner in that account. He really wanted to launch it, and I was like, okay, whatever. I really don't care. And then what happens if they don't sell? I mean, I've had products that didn't sell on Amazon that like you're able to either lower the price, sell it, break even, and recoup some of the money. Like very rarely, unless you do PPC just horribly wrong, will you like lose all the money on your product. Canada, no. I'm in SoCal, bro. Luke, I tried listing my product, but it is asking for GTI exemption in my package. Don't have my brand name. Then you either have to get a GTI exemption. That's a little bit too analytical to talk about on the live because I have to show you how to do it. But you can always list the product as generic and then ask Amazon to change it later. Have your manufacturer give you a one-off sample with the packaging or your brand name on the packaging. How do I choose which products to sell? If we get to 4K likes in the next like 5 minutes, I'll show you guys how to do product research. Do you sell extremely high price ticket items relative usual Amazon product example 200 plus? I don't know. I don't have any products that are $200 plus on Amazon right now. Can I do this in Canada? Yeah, bro, you could do it from over 130 countries in the world. Canada is our next door neighbor. I would say like 20% of my students are in Canada. I think like based on my TikTok analytics, like 20% of my followers are from Canada. So yeah, and you can launch in the US market. Do I buy products or do I sell it as a reseller? You buy product. I mean, yeah, you buy products and then you brand them as your own, Mojo. Cool, thanks. Of course, Val, I got you. Any questions y'all have? Also, I posted some gym videos on the TikTok today while we're waiting for some more questions. The last video that I posted is some proof for everybody that selling on Amazon still works. Second to last video, I go over what the Vine program is. Third to last video, talking about something a little more analytical, something called PPC bid adjustments. And then fourth to last video is a great one. I'll just leave it at this. It's quotes. He makes all his money selling on courses, not Amazon. I would like to sell herbal products. It's not about what you would like to sell, bro. It's about what markets look good. Not every market is a good market that you should launch in. What up, Lost? Thank you for sharing the live, my boy. Always good to see you. I think Lost is my number one TikTok live watcher. Bros in every live. I love it. Respect. Should I apply for UPC code via GS1? Yes. Always good to see you as well. Yes, sir. You already know. What up, Slimmy? So I would have to buy from China? Yes. Well, unless you're getting like depending on the product, not every product you're going to get manufactured in China. Can you sell to more than one country or are you restricted to only one country? You can sell in every country. Success rate for new students in your program, it's pretty much because they use my criteria and strategies. Now, I don't have data on every student, Patrick, and I've talked about this before. Like, I had a student who came into the live. His name's Jordan. And I was like, is that the Jordan in the program? He's like, yeah. He's like, Luke's legit. Like, I'm making 20K a month right now. Like, bro, I didn't even know that until he told me in the live that he was doing 20K a month. So not every student is going to tell me when they're succeeding or when they fail. Like some students want a more hands-on approach, which is cool. And some students are just like, hey, give me the information and let me run with it, which is also cool. So, but based on like the data that I have, it's pretty in line with my own data, about like 70% success rate in not losing money, but results do vary. Do Do you also have accounts for selling on Canada market? No, I mean, if like on this account, we sell in Canada, and these are actually just US numbers. I guess I don't even include Canada numbers in when I talk about my revenues and stuff. But yeah, we sell in Canada on this account, and it's on the same account. It's on a different country. So like on your Amazon drop down, like let's say it's Luke's Toys, Luke's brand. It would be like Luke's brand, United States, Luke's brand, Canada or CA, Luke's brand, Mexico, Luke's brand, Brazil, Luke's brand, UK. Do you also have I answered that. Luke, do you sell in any other countries? Yes, just a few. Were you nervous when first launching? Nah, bro, I wasn't. I was excited. I was happy. I was obsessed. I don't know. I wish I could tell you guys like I was nervous. I was scared to lose all my money, but my back was against the wall. Like I literally had nothing to lose. Right before I started selling on Amazon, I had zero. I saved up enough money to start selling on Amazon. And so if I lost it all hypothetically, I would be right back where I started. What did I lose? I was good. Was I going to downgrade to a less nice couch that I was sleeping on? You know what I mean? No, I wasn't nervous. And I don't think people should be nervous. Is this an Amazon account? Yes, it is. Jazz, thank you so much for the follow. How much money do you need? Like 3 to 6K. I'm tried as new seller. I tried as a new seller on Shopify. You tried or you're trying? Almost at 4K likes. Hey, let's get it. Let's do some live product research. Feel free to keep asking your questions as well. Is all that profit? No, that's top line revenue. This account runs at a 40% profit margin. Across all the other accounts run at on average a 36% profit margin. I actually was looking at one of the other accounts and we actually increased our profit margin on that account by 2% this last month in August, which seems small, but like that's an extra few $1,000s. Heard a guy say similar to what you do, said he doesn't like seasonal items at all, likes basic products. I don't really like basic products either, but yeah, I definitely don't like seasonal products. Is Amazon passive after you establish your brand? No, it's more passive than other business models, but no, like passive income is like you invest and you don't touch it at all. Like I don't work that much on Amazon, like 4 to 6 hours a week across accounts, but that 4 to 6 hours a week makes it not passive because I have to work. Why do you have multiple accounts versus just having it all on one? Because they're different brands, different partners, like different brand names. Like Nike, if Nike and Adidas were owned by the same person, they're not going to make one Amazon account, because if one day they were going to go sell Nike, they can't sell Nike if Adidas is on their same Amazon account, and they still need access to that account. And then different partners as well. What do you sell? I don't say the exact products that I sell for reasons of like, look how much money I make. Here are the products that I sell. Like, no. But my top categories are home, health and household, number 1, home and kitchen, number 2, toys and games and baby products. Those are 2 separate categories, but those are tied for number 3. And then office products, number 4. How much percentage is US and Canada? I mean, this is all US. Like Canada is probably like less than 10%. Passive is basically government bonds and high yield savings. Everything else you have to do work. Yeah, exactly. And there's a lot of people who like make Amazon sound like it's passive income. Like even if you start an Amazon account and you hire somebody, which I don't think you should, to do everything. And then you have to manage that person who manages everything. It's still not passive income because you have to work managing that person. Not to get political, but America is not it. I mean, I don't think that's political. I think that's your opinion, and you're definitely entitled to it, my friend. I think that just like everything, nothing is perfect, and it has its flaws, no doubt about it. But I also think that this is the greatest country for me to have been brought up and to have been raised in and grown. And like, I wouldn't have achieved what I did being born anywhere else. Like, honestly, respect to all my Canadians. I love all my Canadian followers and my people, but like, I wouldn't have achieved this if I was in Canada even. I know some bigger Amazon sellers in Canada who want to come to the US because it's going to make it easier on their business. So like, does America have its flaws? No doubt about it. Find me something that's perfect, that's on this earth. But God bless America, because I do love this country. Realistically, I know it can be subjective, but worst case scenario, what can you make and what can a newbie make? I mean, a newbie can make 1K, a newbie can make 5K, 10K. Like there's too many factors for me to say like what is possible. I've seen people their very first month selling make 20K. My last product that I launched, by month 3, I was doing 11K. Do you do private label? I do, Hussy. Filter comments is similar to those flagged by our community. If you guys don't see, Hussy, no need to spam, bro. I don't like the spam, my friend. Feel free to ask your questions, but yeah, it doesn't make me see your questions any faster, y'all. Do I pay tax in USA even if I live in the US? Yeah, if you have a business that operates in the US, America, I mean, wouldn't that be nice? America just lets everybody operate businesses on their soil and not have to pay taxes to it, but no, you do. Still waiting on Operation Ecom debate. It's not going to happen, Jeff. I would love for it to happen, but he already said that he doesn't want it. He made a bunch of excuses. He actually even made I don't think he made it after I called him out, but he made a new account. I found it. He blocked me, like my Luke Basha app, but then on Luke Basha, somebody sent it to me. So I looked it up on my account and I didn't see it. And so then I went on my Luke Basha Travels account and I found it. I was like, oh, so you just blocked me because you don't want me calling out this account. What should be strategy if launching your first private label product? Launch a good product with good market numbers, differentiate your product, add value into it. Don't click copy and paste. Create a good product listing, negotiate with suppliers. I mean, every single step, essentially do it right. Having a good launch strategy, having a good review strategy. Again, Hussy, you only need to ask your question once, brother. I'm not going to see the question any faster if you say it multiple times. Did you get an accountant when you first made sales? I got a CPA as soon as I started making sales. The product I choose is over 10 pounds and the shipping is very expensive. I'm in Canada. I mean, if you're selling in the US, you don't have to get it shipped to Canada. But yeah, heavier products definitely are going to be more cost intensive. Good to see you, by the way, Iman. Good evening, boss. What's good, noob? Hope you're doing well, brother. Increased my price by $20 yesterday, and now I got 2 sales today. I'm shocked in a good way. That's great, bro. That's amazing. Yeah, sometimes the lowest price on Amazon doesn't always win. People, not saying anybody in this live, but like I'll get people sometimes who are like, do I need to have the lowest priced product in the market? It's like, I actually think that works against you a lot of times. I've had products where I'm trying to slow down my sales, which I know sounds crazy, but because I'm trying to avoid running out of stock, and I'll increase my price and sales will stay the same. Sometimes I'll even see a boost. I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'll go out of stock, but I'll just have a higher profit margin. I'm cool with that. Oh, Val, thank you so much for the follow. I have another product priced at $44.99. Haven't had many sales. I am doing a price discount tonight for $38.99. And test what works, noob. See if the coupon works or if decreasing your price works better. Sometimes a coupon will convert better. Sometimes the strike-through price will convert better. Strike-through price being like, $44.99 crossed out underneath $38.99. So yeah, definitely test. Coupon stack with it as well. Coupon has been active already. Okay, if you do both, even better. Is that for that seasonal product that you were talking about on before? Listing is 35 5-star reviews, so I can't do much more. I mean, bro, there is a lot more you can do. Optimizing the listing. Like, I'm curious how many main image variations you guys have. Actually, let's play a game. Somebody say a random product. It really does not matter what product you choose. Pick a product. Something saturated, not saturated, something competitive, because we're not about to do this for other people. Let's do brush. I like brush. We'll do hairbrush. Now we're gonna do something like hairbrush. These all suck. Somebody give me another product. Electric toothbrush. I like that one. Hold on, I'm gonna show you all this in a second. There we go. Okay. We're gonna play a game. An Amazon game. Hold on. Let me do this before I flip the camera around. All right. Let's play a game. Oops, nope. Did I just forget how to do TikTok Live? There we go. All right. So we're going to play a game with these 5 listings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Boom, boom. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Zoom out a little bit. Which one catches your eye the most out of these listings? I might need to clean my camera a little bit more. So just in terms of what catches your eye, not your need. Okay, so you said red color. Ovell says 4, number 4. Let's get a few comments. Oh, you said you'd buy 4, like number 4, right? Okay, regardless of what's catching your eye, let's see. So we have 2 votes for number 4. We have 1 vote for number 3. Which one catches your eye? The zoomed in one catches my eye. Okay, so 2 votes for number 3. Could be number 4, but I think the color stands out. So 3 votes for number 4. 3 votes for number 3. All right. Okay, 4 votes, 4 votes. So we're tied. This actually worked really well. Okay, so check this out. These are just, obviously Oral-B, they're going to be pretty dominant because of the brand that they are, but this is also Colgate. So Colgate's also going to be pretty dominant in this market. They kind of own the space along with like a couple other companies. This one doesn't really catch anybody's eye. Just standard toothbrush packaging, toothbrush heads. Cool. Standard toothbrush, box, packaging, toothbrush heads. This slide, standard packaging, toothbrush, but then we have this zoomed in view, right? So somebody said that the red catches their eye, but you also have this zoomed in view of the toothbrush. This one, of course, the price might have caught some people's eye that it's at a discount, but then you also have this element. So you have packaging, toothbrush, toothbrush heads, but what do we have here? We have this little electronic symbol, whatever they got going on here, and then they also have the little water splashing out. The 2 listings that would have caught my eye are the same 2 listings that caught everybody else's eye. Maybe for different reasons. Maybe some of y'all, like I said, saw the price. These ones didn't. So if what you have to realize is if your listing just looks standard, just blends in, maybe you have a different color, whatever, maybe you have more toothbrush heads, whatever, but it doesn't catch the customer's eye like these two listings, that's going to be a negative for you overall. Let's play the game again. One more time. Let's go. Should we do a different product? Because I think the rest are pretty boring. Like I said, this space is owned by like 3 brands. No, we got to do something more saturated than that. Yeah, all of those are boring. Let somebody pick another product. Teacups, that might be a good one. Let's do teacups. How about we do teacups, just teacup. Oops, hold on. Let's do this. All right. Ooh, this is a good one. Yeah, this is a good one. All right, same thing. These 5 listings. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which one catches your eye? No, you create the listing for you. So number it, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 and 3, interesting. First and last, okay, interesting. 1, 2, 1 and 5, interesting. 1. Okay, so where were the majority of the votes? I think they were on first and last, which is actually interesting. 3. So we got 2 for 3, and then the rest for 1 and 2. You just go and there's literally a button on Amazon site that says add a product to Amazon. I literally just posted a YT video this week on how to create a listing. You do it yourself. A company doesn't do it for you. All right. I'm actually very surprised on the last one, but I actually see it now. So we'll break it down. And then we got another vote on the third one. Ralph, thank you so much for the follow. So ready for this? Let me actually show something else real quick, and then let's find a boring one. Boring. Actually, I kind of like that one too. Hold on. Some of these are pretty good main images. I will give them that. Okay, actually, boring. Just your cup. Okay? Now with these ones, these are obviously sets. Where did we go? Where are we at? Here we go. So here, they actually show the tea in there. They show it half full. And so there's tea in the thing, bright color, catches your eye. This one, I think we had 1 for 2 only. But this one also has it in there. I don't love the colors. I'm not sure. I guess this is coffee, but that doesn't even look like coffee, so I don't really love. I would do this differently, but I like the idea. Now, 3 and 5 also got votes, and I'm starting to see why now. You have like the cups stacked on top of each other, same thing. And then these are obviously colorful cups, and then some of them are stacked, one of them sideways. Like it doesn't look like your standard image. They have elements in their image that catches the customer's eye. If your guys' image looks boring, then it's not going to catch the customer's eye, and it may not convert them. As a buyer, I'd get number 1. Honestly, same. Having the tea in the cup is crucial. I can envision using it exactly. As opposed to the one that I just showed, that green one, like even this one I think is pretty good. I mean, they got a whole garden in there, but I still think this one's pretty solid. Boring. Now they do well, 100 plus bought, but they also have 2,000 reviews. Let's see, like this one, boring, right? Doesn't even show anything in it. I personally don't think essential oils is a good market, bro. Just my opinion. So you guys want your main image to catch the customer's eye. Now let's go to this listing. Can you explain why 4 doesn't have white color in the background? There's ways around it, bro. Like if you look up, oh man, we lost it. Darn it. We lost it, y'all. I just refresh. Oh no, I didn't. Like if you go look up candle lamp warmer, you're going to see a bunch of listings like this. Now, technically against Amazon's TOS, but there's ways around it. Like the last product that I just launched, we didn't have a white background because a lot of other competitors in our category didn't as well, and we were able to push the edit through. So there's some people who get away with it, but technically it needs to be on a white background. So your main image is going to be one of the most important things with your listing. And let's see if this is actually a good listing or not. The customer should know everything about your product just by looking at the images. So I can see why these people, aside from reviews, have a bestseller badge. This is a really well put together listing. So we have dimensions. Like if I was buying a cup, I'd probably want to know the dimensions of it. They show exactly how to use the product in the infographics. Again, expanding on how to use the product. The temperatures that can be used with the product, as well as a few little bullet points like freezer safe, stovetop safe, dishwasher safe, BPA free, lead free. The tea steam is a good image. And then it says what it can be used for. As a customer, so it's not that strict. No, it is. They'll flag your listing a lot of times, but there's ways around it. I always get ways around it. This, honestly, in terms of their infographics, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. In terms of their infographics, they spelled applicable wrong. Could have fooled me. But then again, I rely on autocorrect a little too often. As technology evolved, my spelling devolved. I would rate this like a solid maybe in terms of images, like a 9 or 10 out of 10. These are really, really good images. Why do you think they convert so good? And then they have a solid title, solid bullet points. They obviously are SEO optimized. I'd rate it a 7 out of 10. I can make it better. Noob, make your listing this good and let's see it. And I don't say that in like a mean way, brother. I want you to make your listing this well. But the reason why I give it a 9 out of 10 is based on concept. Like, can you make the images look better? Yes, always. Right? But in terms of what other infographic, aside from a comparison chart? A comparison chart would be another good main image. But what else do you need to relay about this product that they miss? That's what I'm basing this on. Quality of the image, I always think I can make images better. A woman sipping the tea, lifestyle. I don't think that's as important though, right? Because if you see, like they're showing the product in use. Like this to an extent is a lifestyle image. This to an extent is kind of a lifestyle image. It's sitting there on the table with the tea inside of it. You don't need a human element. Look at, we looked at dog bed before, and then the dog bed had like a dog laying down on their main image, but then they only showed the dog like one other time, and then the rest were infographics. So I don't think it's super necessary. That's why I would rate this a 9 out of 10. So I'm not really big on lifestyle images. Like you shouldn't just have a lifestyle image in your product. Everything should be an infographic. I'm trying arbitrage and I'm struggling to find a product. I don't do arbitrage, my friend, but just keep looking, keep at it. Even glowing. You're talking about the product. What's the best way I can start? Step 1, create an Amazon seller account. Step 2, get a product research software, find a product to sell. How long have we been on live? Okay, we can do, somebody give me a product. We can do some quick product research here. Show you guys how Data Dive compares to like Helium 10. It's kind of, in terms of this product research, it's similar. It looked like a jug on the main image that could be shown better on the main page, but I don't know. I could definitely see what you mean. Like one way, okay, so maybe I'd give it like an 8.5 or 9 out of 10. That I do agree with, Georgios. Like maybe you could show the lid on the side. but I still think it's pretty solid. But I do agree with that point. Alex, thank you for sharing the live. Is heating pad a good niche to start with? It's an electronic product, and I also don't review products specifically for pillow. So no, guys, name a product. Sorry, maybe I should have been more specific. Do we want to do like home and kitchen? Do we want to do office products? Do we want to do kitchen and dining? Like, give me a niche like that, not like a product market. Pets, we could do pets. See, no. So not, oh, sorry. No, you're good, Georgios. Home and kitchen. You know what? We're coming into Q4. Let's do toys. So toys for kids. Alex, thank you for sharing the live. Okay. So this part is going to be on all of you. I already know how to do product research. So if y'all are keen on learning product research, you guys have to participate. So now we're going to scroll through the page. I guess you can't see everything. So if you guys want me to zoom in on a certain product, let me know. But right now, this is phase one. We're going to find a product that catches our eye. So I'm going to scroll. I'm not going to pick. This is how you guys learn. We could set filters, bro, but no, I wouldn't do that on this method. Now we could always, I wouldn't do that quite yet. I'm not touching anything with reviews, because if you're doing this method of research and then you only look at products under 200 reviews, there might be a product like this, which I don't think this is a good product, but you might find a product like this that has 1,500 reviews, and this could be a good product market. And then now you see that it's too limiting. Now you don't see this product market just because you were trying to filter for such low reviews. So that's a different method that I use, where I'll filter for, with the Amazon search method, no. We will filter for price though. So I'm going to screw. You guys let me know when you see a product that catches your eye. Drop it in the chat. First comment always wins. Wins as in that's the one that we will look at. Also, anyone who's new here, if you think that I'm about to hand over a product, that's not what this is about. I'm teaching you guys how to find a product. The reason why I don't pick a product is because I know the products that are good or not. And so I'm not here to pick a product for you. So with this one right here, we have a basketball game, arcade basketball game or basketball game, one of those two. We can look at it, but before I even analyze the market, before I even analyze the market, I'm already guessing that the average reviews in this market are going to be too high. And so it's not going to necessarily meet our criteria. Now we could go to that, but let's also go to the RC plane. We can look at that next. You're not new here, Alex. Get out of here. What's good, my boy? Good to see you. Alex is always in the live. He's also an AMZ Masterclass student who loves to troll. He's the man. But so like, look, little arcade basketball game. So step one is find a product that catches your eye. 10 pounds. Thank you for the follow. Step two is we want to identify them. I'm assuming that this one's going to be like arcade basketball. We'll check it out right now. I guess I kind of still am using helium right now, but it's okay. Arcade, trying to type with one hand. Basketball game, and let's see. No, I don't think that's the main. It's probably going to be basketball game. Let's see. It ranges between 3 to 6. Oh, basketball hoop game. Let's try that. That might be basketball hoop game. Basketball hoop game. The problem is if I just do basketball hoop, we're going to get, no, it's not basketball. So I think it's going to be, maybe basketball game indoor, but that's also going to be, no, it's not that. Let's see basketball game. Okay, so pretty relevant. Oh, nope, sponsored. Let's see, then we get a basketball hoop. And for the most part, it's there. So now we're going to open up our software. I no longer use Helium 10 for this. So we're going to open up Data Dive, and then we're going to open the dive box. So we'll let that load here. 3 to 5K. Dirichland. Okay, so it's going to show us. Hold on. Why does this not feel fully? Okay, sponsored is off. See, the problem is this is not the main keyword because our search volume. Oh, no, wait. Okay, so I think we're good here. Okay. So total revenue is good. Search volume seems good. Oh, actually, this is weird. I'm wondering what happened here. Because the rest of the year it's okay. This little spike right here, any toy product is going to have a spike during Q4. That's fairly normal. But then you see how right after Q4, over here, we just completely dropped. I do not believe that this is the main keyword, so I don't think we're looking at the most accurate data. I'd have to do a little bit more digging on the main keyword to show y'all that. So take this data with salt, but just to kind of give you guys an idea. So we have total revenue, solid. Average reviews, it's good, but this is really only applicable if we're looking at the main keyword, which I do not believe this is. Based on this keyword stats, it's pretty solid. Yes, correct. But here's the trippy part, not the trippy part, but the interesting part. If we did find the main keyword, which I do not believe is basketball game, we would likely see, because look, you're not going to build a business on a keyword that has, 1,300 search volume, 2,000 search volume for the whole year. And so when you want the main keyword, because that's the one that you want to try to rank on. And then if that makes the average reviews go up, that's going to be, not meeting the criteria. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to my filter tab. It's a little different than Helium 10. So if you notice, we're going to have where is it? We have our ratings, we have our reviews right here. We're going to click the filter button on reviews. We're going to click less than, and then we're going to type in 200. So sellers under 200 reviews on page 1. Another thing that I like about this is that it shows what size tier that it's in. He says that software is interesting. Yeah, I really do like it a lot. And on another live, we can kind of show you guys some more things on this, on like what it can do. But it's going to show you like the size tier. So this will give you an idea, because like some of these weights are ridiculous. Like I'm not going to sell a 46-pound product. And that's what these big actual like games are. So like these are going to weigh like above 20 plus pounds. So that would probably disqualify it for me. But now we're going to come over to our revenue. We're going to organize it by most to least by having the arrow facing down. Bro, it's similar to Helium 10. Yes, 100%. But this is their version of the X-ray tool. What I like about Data Dive is not this. Like this to me is like this should be a standard. Every software should have something like this. That's like the bare minimum. I was showing it a little bit on live yesterday. I think Data Dive puts Helium 10 to shame, and all other softwares. Okay, so revenue, and we would want at least 20% of the low reviewed sellers under 200 reviews to be making 10K plus a month. Now there's 17 products under 200 reviews, and there's only 3 that make 10K plus a month. So the weight and the fact that not enough low reviewed sellers are performing well would disqualify this for me. Now, really quick, let's say that we were launching this product. Hold on, I'm just gonna put the phone down for 2 seconds to show y'all this, because I do wanna show you like one of the many things, and this is what I was using today. I have to put it down because I was obviously looking up my products today, so I don't wanna share my products with everybody. So let's share this instead. So what I did was, I'll show you guys what I did. What up, Patel? So this is where it like really differentiates from Helium 10, and they have a few other things. Is a 35 data dive package better than the $85 Helium 10 package? Yes, it is. So we're doing a data dive. It's creating a niche for the product. So I took this ASIN, this top ASIN right here, and I plugged it into data dive. So I actually don't even remember what ASIN I picked. Which one was it? Ending in BL5. So where is that one? So let's use that as a reference. Here it is, BL5. So it's going to show all of our competitors here. This is called Data Dive Min. It's going to show our top 30 competitors right here. And it's going to show a bunch of keywords for this product. And if you guys have ever used the Cerebro tool from Helium 10 or the Magnet tool from Helium 10, like I already think that this is better, but we'll put a pin in that and come back to it. So we're going to pretend that this is our ASIN. I'm going to pin it. So now it gets moved to the front of the list, right? So we see it right here. What this is going to allow me to do is, let's pretend if I didn't have a product, what this is going to allow me to do is look at all of the top sellers. So we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's going to let me see gaps in their SEO. Like we have these guys right here. They're ranked number 1 for a majority of these keywords. So we see like 1, 1, 1, 1, some for 2, some for 3. But then maybe as we were looking through some of the other competitors, a majority of them weren't ranking very well. So kind of like these guys right here, or maybe for like these guys right here, they're not necessarily ranking on these keywords. So on top of me being able to see that the market was good, which we just went over, I'd be able to see like, oh man, most of these competitors are not doing very good on SEO rank. And so I can come in with a good PPC and SEO strategy, assuming I differentiate that product and find gaps in the market. Now, another thing that we can do is we look here at our, where is it? At our revenue. So let's say that we did have a product launched and we're doing $18,000 a month. But then we come over and we look at this competitor. What charts are you referring to? These? So this is organic rank. So let's select this first keyword. So indoor basketball arcade game. So if this was our product, we see the number 7 right there. What this tells me is that I'm ranked 7 for that keyword. This seller is ranked 11. This seller is ranked 3. This seller is ranked 41. This seller is ranked 1. So what this does is as I'm going through and working on my SEO and working on my PPC, and I see this big discrepancy. So we see there's my sale. This isn't my product, but let's pretend. My product, 18K, and them, 210K. I could ask myself, well, what makes them perform better than me? And we can see that they have some higher organic rank. Actually, let's do this. There we go. So we organize it by search volume. So like basketball game, Pop-A-Shot, basketball game. And we can see like, oh man, for basketball game, which is a super important keyword, they're ranked number 1 organically. So it makes sense why they're getting more sales than me, especially with like a keyword like this, 15 versus 11, 6 versus 4, 23 versus 1. On Pop-A-Shot, we actually rank better than them here as well. But then 18 verse 7, 15 verse 3, 15, 13, 15, 5. So we see that and it's not backlinks. There's not backlinks on Amazon, brother. It is SEO, but you're incorrect about the backlinks. This is keyword optimization. How Amazon works is if I don't have the keyword basketball game, in my listing, I am not going to rank for basketball game. If I have the keyword basketball game in my listing, I will rank. Now, how far my rank goes, Amazon doesn't base it on backlinks. It's not Google. They base it on sales volume. So if I'm making more sales than my competitor on basketball game, my rank will be higher for that keyword. I'm not a day trader, brother. Nehemia, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you. This is just one of many tools that Data Dive has that I'm a really big fan of, but I was just using this today. I had my own product pinned, and I was looking at gaps between some of my top competitors on a brand that we do about 3 M's on Amazon with every year. This is Data Dive, Chandi. Message me, bro, and I can get you some more information on it. Any mentorship students are in here, feel free to message me, and we're going to be adding Data Dive into the curriculum because I really, 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 really like this. And so from a pre-launch perspective, you're going to see if there's gaps in the market that you can fill. From a post-launch perspective, like once you've launched and ran SEO, you're going to be able to see gaps in the market that you can fulfill. And then another thing, now let's pretend that this was our product. So we see like electronic, let me select it. Hold on. Electronic basketball games. So if this was our product, let's actually, how about we pin this one instead? And we'll keep that one pinned. No, let's remove it. Well, we see